Einstein's brain was stolen 7 hours after he died, and his family was later asked for permission to examine it. His family's condition was that the results of the research be published in a reputable newspaper within 1 year. But 44 years have passed. No academic work has been done yet. So what happened in those 44 years? If you're curious, don't forget to watch the first part of this video. In order for the video not to be long, I uploaded it in 2 parts, and you are watching the second part now. I definitely recommend you to watch the first video for a better understanding of the event. It had been 44 years since Einstein died. For the first time, research on his brain has been published. Everyone thought of Einstein's brain as larger than the average human brain, but on the contrary, it was considerably smaller than a normal brain. There was also a huge difference in the front of Einstein's brain. Normal people have 3 lines in this part of the brain. Einstein's brain had 4 lines. This part of our brain is focused on mathematical memory. That is, it focuses on nonverbal skill-based operations. Another big difference was a huge convolution in his brain, a fold that is not found in normal people. According to experts, this place is also seen in people who start playing the violin in their developmental age. In Einstein, this curve is much larger, and experts attribute this to the fact that he started playing the violin at the age of 6 and did not give up the violin until he died. Features superior to humans were not discovered in Einstein's brain alone. Some parts are in a much worse condition than the average human brain. For example, a deficiency in the number of neurons was detected in the part of Einstein's brain that manages voluntary movements. These shortcomings were also seen during Einstein's lifetime. It is said that Einstein could not speak fluently, sometimes unable to remember words or write down sentences in his mind. As you can see, Einstein's brain is no ordinary brain. This makes him think differently from a normal person. For example, when you lose an item and you can't remember something, you sit and think. Einstein, on the other hand, used to play the violin when he couldn't remember something. When he could not calculate on an important subject, he would not pick up a pen and paper and would continue to play the violin. It is said many times that while playing the violin, he suddenly stopped and said, "I found it." The real question we should ask is, was Einstein naturally intelligent? Did Einstein have this brain anatomy from birth and thus became so smart? Or did the related parts of his brain develop over time because he spent years on high-level mathematics and physics? Let's examine the structure of the brain with you. The brain is like hot silicon. You can bend it and give it the shape you want. This is how learning actually happens. When you start learning new information, the neurons in your brain make connections so that they can process the information. The more you learn about that information, the stronger the connections become. In other words, the structure of your brain changes as you learn new information. Of course, these changes are not huge. If your verbal intelligence is much better than your numerical intelligence when you were born, your predisposition to verbal tasks will increase as time goes on. Einstein's brain most likely was like this when he was born. The learning difficulties he suffered as a child probably made him think in different and new ways. Thus, he discovered himself and progressed tremendously. Of course, it's not all brain convolutions and innate talents. Einstein was a person who never gave up and loved to work. As I mentioned throughout the video, Einstein progressed in his field and became a genius. What you need to do right now is to discover the area you are prone to and beautify your remaining life. Not to give up, to work hard. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you in the next video.